Call to order the meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge, April 9th, 2026, at 705 Kincomack Road, Council Chambers, as well as on Zoom. I ask for a moment of silent prayer and reflection for all the innocent people in war zones and all the families of military at home who worry about the innocent, as well as those involved. Councilman Pfeffer, if you'd lead us in the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Statement of compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act. This meeting complies with the Open Public Meeting Act by notification on January 9th, 2026, and January 16th, 2026, of the location, date, time, and access information to the town news and the Bergen Record, and by posting of the same on the municipal bulletin board and borough website, and filing notice of the same with the municipal clerk. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Sure. Councilwoman Montesano Cohen is absent with prior notice. Council President Kinsella.
Here.
Councilwoman Malalari is currently absent. Councilman Glass.
Here.
Councilwoman Dhariwal.
Here.
Councilman Pfeffer.
Here.
Mayor Popolio.
Here. Okay. Could I have a motion and second to approve the minutes of the Mayor and Council special meeting of March 7th, 2026, special meeting and closed session of March 30th, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstention? Hearing none, it is unanimous. Presentation, Verizon Wireless proposed small wireless facility in the public right of way. Is there someone present to do so? I see that we appear to.
Yes.
Very good. Please state your name and your affiliation for us for the public record.
Sure. My name is Kevin Jones from Zublat and Jones, and I am the outside counsel for Verizon Wireless. Verizon met with the council back in September of 2025 to talk about deploying a small wireless facility in a public right-of-way. As a recap, these types of facilities in the public rights-of-way are permitted pursuant to the recent FCC order, which is 18-133. Which allows these types of small wireless facilities in the public rights of way, provided that certain conditions are met in terms of the height. I think the maximum height for these is 50 feet. Verizon is not proposing anything that tall. But in compliance with the federal law, we wanted to first work with the borough because the goal here is to provide additional coverage and capacity and improve coverage and capacity, if you will, between the two schools. So between the high school and the middle school. Originally, we had a site selected at 921 Willow Avenue, which was in front of some residential homes. And the mayor and council requested that we look at a few other sites and see if we can find a location a little further away from the homes, but still able to cover our gap in coverage and capacity. One of the targeted areas was near the Grace Lutheran Church. So Verizon's radio frequency experts and site acquisition team were able to design a site. And I did share this with the clerk ahead of time, right around 925 Fifth Avenue, near Grace Lutheran Church. Further away from the residents, we took the direction of the council. And we chose a site, same height, 38.5 feet, with antennas installed on the top. This, again, will facilitate not only the 5G coverage, but also the borough of River Edge is a One Talk customer with Verizon. So the One Talk network creates a personal network, if you will, for the borough. And in times of emergencies, the borough has select folks who are on this network, in addition to the first responders. So the fire, police, and EMS services also benefit from this sort of robust coverage, because in times of emergency, everyone nowadays uses their wireless devices, and rightfully so. And a lot of times it saturates the network. So when everyone's using their wireless devices, it often creates an issue where the network becomes overloaded and capacity becomes an issue here. So this site given its strategic location between the two schools, will help bolster Verizon's existing coverage in the area. So really, were you able to see the the exhibits? We just had some lease exhibits and almost like a Google Earth sketch with the location highlighted. I do have Nate Slack from SDG Design who can maybe screen share it if you weren't able to review it.
I did not receive a copy of it. Did anyone in council receive a copy of it?
It was
It's in the back.
linked to the agenda.
It was in the
agenda,
agenda.
link, yeah.
That's why I didn't see it, because it was simply a link. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in here?
No, it's in the
No,
link, the
it's-
electronic link that you
It's in
received.
the electronic that you get via email.
I don't always check it as the electronic link. I tend to. No worries, no worries.
Yeah, not to worry. We'd be
Why
happy
don't
to
we
share it.
bring- Did you say Nate? Why don't we do that? And if you can make Nate a panelist so that he can share, give him presentation rights.
I believe he is a panelist. Nate,
Very good.
here he comes.
Yeah, I got it here. And yeah, please walk us through it, talk us through it.
Sorry, I had to find the unmute. Yeah, so here's the new location of where we're looking to go. It's going to be in front of the church property. The church is more to the north here. This sits on Fifth Avenue in between the two schools. We're looking to do a similar design that was proposed before. Where there'll be a cabinet on the side of the pole with an antenna at the top and an antenna below. The overall height will be about 42.5 feet tall.
I believe this is exactly what you presented last time, correct?
Yes, just in a different
That is
location.
correct.
Keep going.
Okay. It will be the same equipment in, let me pull up Google Earth. Looking to go right in the area right here in front.
And if I remember right, it was the recommendation of the council because before the pole would have been in front of a residential home. Now the pole is going to be in front of the church parking lot. And it was deemed that it was a bit more respectful of residential homes. And we believed at that time that there would be less objection from the church. And to my knowledge, the church has never objected. Did you have any conversations with the church about the location?
Not to my knowledge, because of the location in the right of way. We kept it as far away from the building, as possible, and they put the site in the public right of way, so away from the church property.
Okay, great. Keep going.
Nate, did you have more?
I think I'm good. Yeah, we're just looking to move it. It's pretty much just a block over from where it originally was, just in front of the church property instead of the residential, as the council had requested.
Right. And one of the reasons we had to be pretty close to the prior area is because this is a smaller site. So these antennas are small. So to eliminate the need for additional small cell facilities, we wanted to stay pretty close to the original area, but stay within the search ring in between the two schools. And this should do the trick in terms of what Verizon needs in terms of added capacity and improved coverage.
Yes, I believe you did share with the council that it would be a microsite and that its location, the reason you only moved it over one block is because you wanted to be between Riverdale High School and Riverdale Junior High, where the demand becomes great because of the student body.
That's correct. And even though I think the schools ban cell phone use, we know before, drop off and pickup times and, post practice and school events and all that time are huge usage, moments in terms of cell phone usage. And in the event of an emergency also, it improves the first responders connectivity, with each other.
Yes, that also, if recollection is good, that was also a discussion the council did have at the time. I'm saying this because not everybody on the council was here with us.
Right.
And we had said, well, why would we need this? Because they have a phone ban. But during the conversation, it became apparent that we were talking about preschool, post-school, and of course, all events. And that this does create a draw on I guess, the bandwidth.
Right. And not just the school. It's really for the entire community because Verizon's just lacking coverage in that area. So again, the school is going to certainly benefit, and that's a primary location because there's heavy usage, but also seamless coverage as you're driving through that area, walking through that area, riding a bike through that area. So your device will maintain connected to the network and you'll have access to the 5G services and any of the other, Verizon wireless services.
I do know from the residents in the town that that area is known for dropping off. And when I first heard this long ago, I just didn't know why. But now it was apparent when you first came that the drop off in service had a lot to do with the bandwidth being created by the schools.
Correct.
Cool. I do have more to present, or should I open it to the council?
I think that's it. One other thing that was mentioned was just traffic. Because it's an unmanned facility, there will be little to probably no effect on traffic whatsoever. And I know that was one of the things that you wanted us to comment on. And we could provide a certification from a traffic engineer, just saying that because it's an unmanned facility. So once it's built, it's remotely monitored 24/7. Verizon has what's called a NOC center. That's an acronym for Network Operations Center. And they monitor these sites. So if something should happen, it should go off air or storm or something like that, a local technician would be dispatched right away in an SUV type vehicle to be able to service it. But other than that, it's not going to generate any foot traffic or vehicular traffic other than routine maintenance and servicing.
Okay. And I think you said at the beginning, just for the council's benefit, that this is the right that you have due to statute? Federal statute. So the council is not does not have the authority to approve it or disapprove it. The council simply has the ability to if it may be possible, which it has been in this case, draw attention to better locations or locations that are good for the town. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Council.
that's correct. And one other thing, if I may add, I'm sorry, did I interrupt someone?
No,
I
you did
apologize.
not. Go ahead.
Oh, so in New Jersey, what the carriers usually do is get what's called municipal consent. So usually, and I could send your attorney a draft resolution. It's a pretty simple resolution that just identifies the area and what Verizon's proposed use is in the public right of way. And typically, that's a resolution that would be, presented or passed by your council. But it's pretty a straightforward process, and I can easily work with your attorney, to move forward with it.
I think that would probably be, that process is a good process. So I'm going to open to the council now. Is there any member of council who would like to ask a question?
I don't have any comments. I just have a question. What's the diameter? And I know you might not know exactly, but typical diameter of the foundation underground. I'm just wondering, because I see that tree there. Usually the roots extend to the drip line. I don't know what the diameter of the foundation is. And maybe if you need to scooch that a little bit because of the diameter.
The diameter of the foundation, it's just a standard utility pole, so it'll just be the diameter of the pole itself.
Oh, great. Okay. Thank you.
Also, to add on to that, I forgot to mention that earlier. The mayor or one of the council members mentioned last time that they wanted us to make sure that we would not harm or jeopardize or even move any trees. So this was carefully designed, keeping that in mind as well. And as Nate said, this is similar to the, same foundation as the existing wood poles in the right of way.
Thank you.
Any other member of council? Question, comment?
I just have a question. How long is this gonna take?
You mean to all it or what?
Yeah.
Nate, could you answer that one?
Install the pole and like.
You mean just the installation process?
Yep. Mhm.
I'll defer to Nate for that one.
I believe it's usually just a few days.
Okay.
And what is your planned installation date, if you have any idea?
I don't believe we have a date yet. If we
All right.
could, yeah, and we would certainly alert the town and there would also be, we would work with your local construction officials or public works department. I think that's typically the process, right? When the new pole goes in.
Typically, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a privilege that you guys have by statute. We're grateful that you have consulted with council. I think the council has made every effort to have the smallest impact on the public. And this will have a positive impact by way of phone service on those where the pole is nearest. Any other member of council have a comment or a thought? All right, Kevin and Nate, thank you. Do you have a closing comment before we thank you for being here?
No, thank you again for having us. I hope we answered all your questions and hopefully we addressed your previous concerns. But that's it. I think in a nutshell, that's what we're proposing to do. And we thank you again for your time.
Great, Nate, if you could return close the presentation and return the
No problem.
Great. Mr. Jones and Nate, I don't know what your name is, but thank you for coming and we appreciate it. And I'm sure you'll be in contact with Mr. Shadanian, our borough attorney.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
Could I have a motion and a second to open the public on any item on the agenda or any item at all? This is the only time we're opening to the public for comments.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, it is unanimous. Any member of the public would like to, come on up. Sit in the seat, turn on the microphone by touching the center until the green light comes on at the mic.
Is it?
Yep. And green light is on and off. Try it one more time, just touch it once. There you go, you're on. Full name and address for the public record, please.
My name is Catherine Bound, 753 Summit Avenue, Orange. I'm here to express my appreciation and compliments to the council, now that I know where it came from, of that 250th anniversary cultural event at the library
Was wonderful. Wasn't
on March 28th.
I was supposed to say anything?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was informative. It was nice to meet new neighbors. I mean, I don't have children in school anymore. I'm not really involved around town that much. So I just wanted to come to say that to you. I'm sure you hear negative things. So I thought it'd be a good idea to come here with a positive. And then on that note, I'd like to ask, I think it was the Rec Commission, Junior Women's Club, how did Easter get removed as an adjective to the Easter egg hunt and Easter bunny picture taking thing? Does anyone know
And
why?
this is comment time, and you get your 3 minutes, and then we'll ask somebody else, and then when we're done, we'll close to the public, and we'll have certain addressing those issues that seem pertinent.
Okay,
So say
Then
what
I-
you want to say, and then we'll go to the next person, and then we'll close and we'll answer.
so I wait around for you to
3
discuss.
minutes.
Okay. And then my last question is, the purpose of 2 flagpoles outside of town hall is what?
Polls.
I mean, was it for architectural balance? Was it for some designated purpose? Seems like
Okay,
it's
anything
much.
else? Any other question? Any other comment?
Well, I happen to,
You have about a minute.
I'm sorry?
You have 1 more minute.
Okay, I happened to just look at your last council meeting about symbols, religious symbols. And I just have my own comment that I think religious symbols do not belong on town hall property. And I think our memorial field is an ideal place to have such symbols and cultural ceremonies. political ceremonies, anything of that nature.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Anybody else would like to come and speak? Please come forward, state your name for the record and your address. You both can come up if you want. Don't make, there we go. And whoever's speaking is the only one who has to identify themselves.
Okay. Jane Selene, 653 Bogart Road. And hope
You
all
sent
can
us
answer.
an email, we all got it.
Okay, that's what
We would read it into the record, but you're here, so it will be preserved to the record, but you
Okay.
can speak to it. Your 3 minutes begin.
Okay, my neighbors and I did meet with the police chief about 20 years ago regarding a parking issue where we live. I live on the corner of Bogart and Jefferson. And the parking ordinances that we have now simply push all the traffic from the parkers from Kinderkamak to Bogart and to my road, to the side streets. It has caused an issue over the years, and a few months ago, my neighbor called me to come out, and the police had to get involved because he had asked someone not to park there. It turned into a whole issue. The problem is that no parking between 9 and 11 causes a huge problem around my house. We have constantly parked cars around our house, not just our house, our neighbors. And it's not parking, it's storage. I don't, like, people can park on the street, that's not a problem, but it is literally storage. And I know if I put out like a, one of those pods on the street to store my extra stuff, that would never fly. We have neighbors that come just shuffle their cars back and forth from the side of my house to the front of my house side. We've had, we don't get our street cleaned, we don't get the street plowed. This year, we had 2 major blizzards and there still were cars parked there. When I come out of my driveway, there's cars parked right behind it on either side. It's a danger for the children walking to school. It just, I would ask that the council consider either doing a townwide permit system or getting rid of the 9 to 11. I know that's for, so that you don't get commuters there. However, there are people that drive back west to park at my house and then walk back to take the bus into the city because they can't park at their own house. I've had people drive 1 block to my house and park to take the bus. I've had my recycling, I've been out in the street in the middle of the night picking up my newspapers because people drive over them.
30 seconds.
And so it really is created an unsafe, very unneighborly, and since we can't enforce or legislate neighborly behavior, I think we need to change the rules because it really is creating a problem and a nuisance in my neighborhood.
Okay. 10 more seconds. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you for
It's
coming.
That I really would, it's just the ordinance, like if we can just change that to fix this problem.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone remote, since these are the people who are present? Please raise your hand. Seeing none, could I have a motion and second to close to the public?
Someone second.
All right, why don't we deal with first things first? The question was 2 polls, Easter egg to egg hunt or whatever it was called, and religious symbols. I'm going to go to you first when we go to religious symbols.
The Easter egg hunt is the same thing.
Yeah, well, the polls.
Right.
I'm going to deal with the polls.
Okay.
So there were 2 polls placed here for both architectural ballots as well as we put out the United States flag and state of New Jersey flag. And we also have the United States flag in front. We also have state of New Jersey River Edge flag. So it was for balance as well as to allow us to put up a flag in the main entrance that was other than the American flag. Now there is permission. You can always put a flag below the American flag. But it was deemed since we were making a change that was hopefully going to last for 50 to 100 years, it was deemed that by the council that it was worth the minor extra expenditure to put a second pole. So that's thing about poll. Easter egg and religious symbols, Mr. Shedanian.
Thank you, Mayor. I didn't know that this was taken off the title of what I guess was traditionally called, I guess, the Easter egg hunt, or
I don't know.
Can I just make a comment about the Easter egg? I heard from the Joe, who's the rec director. Ever since he's been here, it was always the egg hunt. And he inadvertently put it on in 2024 Easter egg hunt, and he was asked to remove it. So
And how long has he been? 5 years?
no, that's
one time.
4?
4. It's either 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
and that's consistent with the current borough policy, which is that there is no religious connotations to any of the displays or other naming things that are named. Easter is a religious holiday. So there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. And so the policy of the borough has always been, in my tenure as the borough attorney, that we don't have religious symbols, that the Supreme Court of the United States, this is not John Shedanian telling you what the rules are. The Supreme Court of the United States has said that things that are like the term holiday tree is okay, but it can't be called a Christmas tree. So I think that's consistent with not having it called the Easter egg hunt. It's the egg hunt. And is also why there are no religious symbols displayed by the borough at any of the events, or that we don't have officially sanctioned borough events involving religious holidays.
No, but we do have, just for FYI, we have had groups come and say that they would like to do certain religious events. They can get a permit just like anybody else, and they can do it in Veteran Memorial Park. They can do it in the library. And so government sponsored, River Edge municipality sponsored religious events do not occur according to our current policy. So let's now go to the second speaker. Parking, storage, street cleaning, plowing, visibility, unsafe, unneighborly, as well as other things. I did read the letter. So a couple of things we can say to that. The chief of police and the police officer in charge of traffic and safety, Sergeant Diamond, will be coming to the council in May. Ann, is it the first meeting or the second meeting? I think it's the first.
I wasn't aware they were coming.
Okay, they're going to be coming to talk to us about ordinances regarding the 9 to 11 and regarding snow parking statistics. This has already been a conversation at Traffic and Safety, which is a subcommittee. We've had at least 2 meetings on it, maybe 3. I'm trying to remember now. Ticketing, as well as clearing of the road and stuff like that, as well as there has been a discussion about non-emergency parking on the roadway for extended period. So there is an ordinance about this. I believe it's a 48-hour ordinance. If your car is, then all a resident needs to do is call the police department on the non-emergency line. They will come out and mark the tires without informing the public. And if after 48 hours that vehicle can be ticketed or towed, according to the ordinance and statutes set forth. So an ordinance is a law in local municipality, and statutes a law on state level. If you want to talk to the council about this at greater length, the meeting, I don't know how much more the meeting is going to go. Usually with a light agenda like this, the meeting should be over in about 15 minutes. If you want to stick around and talk to us before we go into closed session, we will be glad to do that. But during the official part, we only have the 3 minutes and then we move on. Okay. So, that is, addresses the comments. There are public reports, the tax collector report and the library board of trustees report for March, both. If a member of the public would like a copy of that, please see the clerk or call the clerk's office or email the clerk. Could I have in a moment a motion and second? We're going to be moving 3 ordinances for opening to the public, and then we will have 3 separate votes for adoption. So in a moment, could I have a motion and second? I'll read all three ordinances into the record. The following ordinance published here within was first read by title only on March 26, 2026, posted on the municipal bulletin board outside the clerk's office. Ordinance 26-07. Calendar year 2026 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. Ordinance, I thought there were three, there's only two? No, there is.
That's right.
Ordinance 2608, bond ordinance to authorize the improvement of Bogart Road, Section 10, in and by and for the borough of River Edge in the county of Bergen, state of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $327,528 to pay the cost thereof and to appropriate a state grant and to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of such bonds, issuance of such bonds. And ordinance 26-09, bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery, new information technology equipment, new communication and signal system equipment, and new automotive vehicle. I'm sorry about that. It's all in capital letters, so it's kind of hard for me to follow. New automobile vehicles and a new fire truck partial funding, including original apparatus and equipment in and by and for the borough of River Edge in the county of Bergen, state of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $1,938,240 to pay the cost thereof and to appropriate a federal grant to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriations and to provide for the issuance of bonds anticipation note in anticipation of issuing such bonds. And that's R3. So we're going to.
We gotta make these things shorter though.
Second.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, they've been moved and so all in favor of opening to the public on all three ordinances?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Okay. Any opposed, any abstention? Hearing none, it is so moved. Any member of public who would like to ask a question or actually not, it's technically make a statement about the ordinances, you may come forward now or raise your hand remotely. You have to come up and say the same thing as last time. Your first name, your last name, and your address. Sorry.
Catherine Bound, 753 Summit Avenue. The question is, because you spoke too quickly for me, does that include paving Bogart Road? Any of those ordinances that you were reading?
Okay, we'll answer
Because it's
that.
awful.
Paving Bogart Road, yeah. Anything else? You have 3 minutes.
No, that was my question.
Okay, anybody else wish to make a statement or ask a question?
Regarding those three.
Yes, it's only during those things. Okay, can I have a motion and second to close to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Paul?
I'm sorry, did you ask if anyone online?
Yes, but did you
There's-
watch the screen? She
Yeah.
brought up,
Nobody? Oh, I was looking over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
okay.
in favor?
Aye.
Everybody?
Yes, aye.
All right. Any opposed, any abstention? Okay, we are closed to the public. Okay, well, this will be a little bit difficult for me, but so yes, Bogart Road is a part of our plan. The problem is that we are not going to pave the road and then have PSE&G dig it up again. And the problem with that is PSE&G is PSE&G. They were supposed to finish the improvements, high pressure line improvements this year. As it is, they've informed us that they don't know when they're going to finish it. They were last year supposed to do phase 2, which was broken into parts A, B, C, and D. And I believe they only did A. And this year they were supposed to do B, C, and D without even touching phase 3. And if they did that, then Bogart Road, if they had actually done it last year, Bogart Road would have been paved this year. So we have a responsibility to the public not to spend their money in a wasteful way. So we are currently looking at our legal options, as well as speaking to PSE&G on a regular basis about trying to get them to fulfill their obligation to the town. Bogart Road is terrible. It's annoying and it's unfair. But it's not because we haven't put the money aside. We have put the money aside. but to rip up the road, to pave the road, and PSE&G to inform us in August, oh, by the way, we're gonna come in and finish Bogart Road, so we're going to now put 37 separate holes in our brand new street is just wrong and irresponsible on our part. So we are aware of this, we are frustrated with this, and we want this done as quickly as possible. And hopefully we will be able to work out some sort of arrangement with them. And in the future, we will not allow them to rip up a street unless they give us some sort of guarantee that they're going to finish that street the year they rip it up. If you want to talk to us about it, we should be over in about 15 minutes and we can have unofficial conversation. Okay? Did I leave anything out? Okay. Okay, so now, could I have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 2607 as read in the record?
So moved.
Second.
It is open for debate. Is there debate, comment, or inquiry? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, I call the question.
Council President Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilman Glass.
Yes.
Councilwoman Doривall.
Yes.
Councilman
Sorry, go ahead.
Councilman Pfeffer.
Yes.
And normally, before I would have done this, I would have asked the BA to explain what we were hoping to achieve. She does a much better job than me, but let me simply say, a cap bank is kind of just an insurance policy. It doesn't affect anything unless there is some natural disaster that causes the borough to have to go outside of our limitations to fund an emergency repair. Cap bank allows us to go extend the amount that we can tax the public only in emergency for the following year. And but we, to my knowledge, rarely or never used it. But don't hold me to that. The borough administrator would know that better. As I said, it's just an insurance policy and it falls off. So in 2 years, if we don't use the bank is erased. So that it's not a perpetual and accumulating option to levy taxes. Okay. The next one I'm about to ask for a motion second. What this one is Bogart Road, Section 10, which is what we're doing is we're getting grants from the DOT, Department of Transportation. We have to put the money up front and then the state reimburses the town. And so hopefully, so that's what that money is, and that's both hard costs and soft costs, and the state only reimburses us the hard cost. Hard cost means the actual paving, soft costs are the engineering cost and the police security, safety patrol costs. So could I have a motion and second to adopt ordinance 2608 as read into the record?
So moved.
Second.
We are open to debate. Is there debate, comment, or inquiry? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, I call the question.
Council President Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilman Glass.
Yes.
Councilwoman Doривall.
Yes.
Councilman Pfeffer.
Yes.
Okay. Our next ordinance is 2609. This ordinance is our capital fund. And in our capital fund, we do things like buy new police vests because they are only safe for a certain period of time, police cars, equipment for the fire department, including replacing 20-year-old hoses so that they can function well. We also, capital improvement would include some repairs of the road as well as some paving of the roads that we'd be doing outside a grant. So anything that is necessary by way of apparatus or any other capital fund, and capital funds have to be used for, what is it, for 10 years?
Okay.
They have to have a minimum life of 10 years. If not, it goes in the operating fund. And we only borrow on that when we have to. So if we are not able to do the capital improvement this year, but we have it for next year, and we can take it out of our surplus or our revenue, then we do that. But if we do have to borrow, then we only borrow for the amount we need to pay for whatever it is. But we do have to pass a bond ordinance prior, because unlike the public who buys things and then figures out how to pay them, by state law, we have to get a line of credit, prove that we can pay for it before we can actually buy things or do things. Okay. Could I have a motion and second to adopt ordinance 2609 as read into the record?
So moved.
Second.
It is open for debate, comment, or inquiry. Hearing none, Madam Clerk, I call the question.
Council President Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilman Glass,
Yes.
Councilwoman Doривall,
Yes.
Councilman Pfeffer.
Yes.
Okay, we have resolutions 26-119 through 26-126. Does any member of the council have a question or a comment or ask for a separate vote for any of these resolutions? Okay, we're gonna move all of them, but we will only read into the record 26-126 for sake of what's the word? What? Transparency.
We don't want to do so. Two legal settlements.
No, council didn't ask for it.
Okay.
Okay, so could I have a motion second for resolution 26-119 through 26-126?
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Before we vote on it, just for the sake of transparency, would we read 26-125?
126.
126, thank you. Payment of the bills.
Thank you, Mayor. At a regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, held on April 9, 2026. Be it resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge approve the following expenditures. Current fund, $2,079,850.81. General Capital Fund, $17,315.63. Grant Fund, $1,570. Trust Other, $2,209.20. Payroll, $25,927.08. Developers Escrow, $2,378.75. Recreation Trust, $6,899.79.
Okay, could I, it's been moved and seconded. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Council President Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilman Glass,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Doривall,
Yes, but I would like to recuse myself from anything pertaining to Recreation Department.
Councilman Pfeffer.
Yes.
Okay, that has been unanimously approved. Is there any new business that the council wishes to raise? Is there any old business,
Oh.
council?
No, I don't know if it comes.
Is there any reports, council comments or reports from liaisons?
Yes, Mayor. Old business, two things. One, one of our residents mentioned the event, which was the kickoff event for River Edge 250. It had a lot of positive feedback, and all the different ethnic groups which had presented, there was a positive feedback not only from the public but from the county commissioners as well, and it was very well taken. So.
And kudos to you and to Eric Modell, who headed up, and who's the third person who headed up the committee?
Tina Mirios.
Yes, for organizing that with the other departments as well as other committees and organizations. We really appreciate that. And I was there, I think, some of you were there too, Councilman Pfeffer and others. It was a great experience, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. And one more, I don't know if it comes under old business, but the River Edge Run, we know, is coming up on April 25th. The 1 mile fun run, the second event, which River Edge 250 is doing it with the regular 5K, is during the 1 mile fun run, they are encouraging residents to dress up wearing a historical costume. There is a historic costume contest for the residents, adults, kids, anybody. We already have 4 sign-ups, or 4 or more probably. So there are ribbons that would be given and photo opportunities. So please come dress up.
Excellent, excellent. Any other member of council wish to make a liaison report or make a comment?
Just to add one thing to the fun run, just for clarification, it doesn't have to be that you dress up in revolutionary or colonial times, any kind of American history. So some people talk about dressing up as astronauts or sports figures. Use your imagination and creativity.
Who are you going to be?
I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm dressing up as John Shahadian.
Any other liaison? Okay, I would just like to again thank Councilwoman Doривall for the 250, as well as Eric and Tina. I received an email, I believe the entire council did, listing all the different events that are occurring. I did put it on the Facebook page of the Mayor of River Edge. We have Arbor Day on the 24th. That should be great with Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, both Boys and Girl Scouts this year. It's
Yeah,
usually
this
just
year,
Girl
yeah.
Scouts. That's awesome. That will be happening at Brookside Park at 4 p.m., I think, right?
Mhm.
You mentioned that one yet?
I didn't mention it.
You
but,
did. Yeah, I
thank
just
you.
want to underline it.
Thank you.
And so it's really great. And then the farmer market opens in May,
May.
right?
Mhm.
May.
4th of July. Of course, at all the events, we hope to see the council as well as the public. Annual 4th of July parade will be happening, and the 250 committee was instrumental in working at augmenting that. And
There would be a declaration.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
would be read. Yeah.
so, and then also in July, there'll be the River Edge Car Show. So lots of great things happening in River Edge. We want to also very much thank the library for its cooperation, and Joe, Rika, and our rec director, and Dan. What's Dan's last name?
Jablonski.
Dan Jablonski, for all the hard work they
And
do.
also our newly appointed town crier from
Yes.
Riverdale High School, Caitlin.
Oh, she was great.
She was appointed by the Bergen County crier, Tim Euskalis, and she's our town crier now. She would be there at the River Edge Run too.
Yeah. And I want to thank all the departments that support all these activities, the police department, the auxiliary police department, the fire department, as well as the DPW, to make these events both possible and safe. So that's great. All right. So could I have a motion and second to go into closed session resolution?
The council comments?
Oh, that's what we were just doing.
Sorry.
I cut you off.
I thought
I'm
it
sorry.
was Old business.
No,
So
no,
There's
that-
one more
yeah.
council comment. This is not pertaining only to River Edge, but to Bergen County. There is a Bergen County Service Week, which starts from April 18th till 26th. There are many, many opportunities to volunteer to serve. So I would highly encourage the residents to come volunteer, go on to bergencounty.org and or just write Bergen County Service Week and it should pop up. So even if you give 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, there are many opportunities giving out food, packing food, making the first one, the kickoff event on April 18th is at Bergen County Technical Schools, which is one of them is community cooking. So if you would like to cook together, everything will be provided. So come and help as best as you can.
And I believe a shout out goes to Commissioner Tracy
Tracy
Dorr
there.
for spearheading this.
Mhm.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you for bringing it
Thank
to the meeting. Anything else?
April 18th.
Okay. So could I have a motion and second in minute for resolution 26-127, resolution to go into closed session, exclude the public, attorney-client privilege, construction, eviction, and insurance coverage based on state statute 10:4-12B7.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 We will not be returning to public session, so this will be the adjournment of the meeting. Could I have a motion and second to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
I'll count that as a motion and second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Let's have a conversation if any of